Well, no trip to the Northwest would be complete without a little rain, and we've got a lot of rain falling right now in Louisville. It is loud and it is wet as we welcome you inside Lumen Field on your standard rain-filled afternoon in Seattle, Washington.
Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Green Bay Packers and the Seattle Seahawks. 2 weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Rodgers now on first down. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
Well, for the Seahawks and Packers, the two winningest teams in the NFC during the decade that just wrapped up. And during that decade, Seattle, 2 Super Bowl wins. The Packers had 1. And these two, of course, they met in the playoffs a season ago as well. And it was the Packers behind 2 touchdowns each from Devontae Adams and Aaron Jones, who beat the Seahawks 28-23.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 26 and a first down.
First down.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41.
The ball carrier.
Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
And he's going to get this inside the 30.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And the ball is knocked out, and the Seahawks have picked it up. So a first quarter fumble in the rain, and this isn't supposed to let up. They've had flash flood warnings just west of here, so they better get used to this.
And it's hard to do real early in the game because you're so amped up and you're trying to do so much. You've got to get used to it, though. You've got to focus in on the ball, make sure you're taking care of it. That one cost him.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game. So what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels. Because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
Third down and 13.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the shotgun, Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's fourth down.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
A big kick that time, 52 yards. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they got across the 50 last time but fumbled and turned it over, so they'll be looking to have a short-term memory here, Mr. Davis.
Not only a short-term memory.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Conversion is no good. That keeps the score Seahawks 6. Packers nothing.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away.
Taking it about the 1. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis.
4 yards on the pickup. Second and
following the pickup of 4, here's second and 6. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. Wide open receiver complete. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for first and 10. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. In on the stop, it was the UCF product, Shaquille Griffin. The last run got 3. Now here's second and 7.
At the 41-yard line.
Throwing now is Rodgers. Caught on the right side by Jones. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 11 yards there, first down.
But I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 10 more for him on that one. He's been a busy man. It's a first down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter. Still 9 remaining on second down. From the gun, it's Rodgers. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
A 7-yard
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. And he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
On third down, Carson, a loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
The punt team on now is from their end zone. They get it away. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Seahawks have picked it up.
I remember sitting in special teams meetings, and at some point during the meeting, the coach would always say, you better treat this one just like you're playing offense or defense. It's a big part of the game, and we just saw evidence of why right there with that fumble.
Yeah, fumble on the punt, and after it was turning up to be a pretty decent return.
Yeah, a really nice return. They were going to be set up okay, and the offense would feel good running onto the field. And now the defense has to try it out there and try and slow them down.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
37-yard line.
This is Carson. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
On 2nd and 9, Wilson, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
It's another zone defense that looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Forced out to his left. He can run for it. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. The rushing numbers for Wilson maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down. Wilson after the play fake to Carson. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
Well, they're watching the film, and it's working. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. A gain of 32 that time.
This offense has been slow to get started, but that play will certainly give them a little bit of life. Maybe the late wake-up call that they had been seeking.
Rodgers now on first down. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. Buying time to his left. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for third down. I thought they were going to sack him there like they did on first down. Great coverage, but he found a way to move with his legs.
Yeah, his ability to take off, not only did he get some yardage back, he got a little bit extra. Really helps him on third down, makes it manageable now.
Throw left side complete. It's Roth. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A good-looking drive for the Packers so far. It's a first down.
And the Packer first down.
Jones. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our VCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. Looking deep for Adams. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is third down. Now Rodgers. He sets up the screen to Jones. And he will be marked down short of the first as they get to him at the 29. 5 yards, not enough. And it'll be fourth down.
It's now fourth down.
They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And that is going to be incomplete. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. We'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the gun, it's Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. Open man is Anderson. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
At the 46-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And finding the tight end Hooper. And he's got this down to the 35.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius, understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball, and puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing again here, Wilson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Carroll. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line.
And normally you see 3 tight ends in a formation. You have to think to yourself, this has got to be a run. And I know as a safety, when I saw that, I took an extra step or 2 towards the line of scrimmage. Instead, they threw the ball, and he found one of those tight ends for a very nice pickup.
Mike, check. Check. He's coming. Too quick.
Play action. It's Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep two eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
From the 21, it's second and 10. To throw again. Wilson. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Rashawn Gary. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. Being chased out left. Green Bay up to the task there in coverage and forcing a fourth down.
And incomplete. Results.
So out now is the Seattle field goal team. From the left hash, this from 46. And that is not going to get there. Oh, he missed it short. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I'd feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
A final shot before half for Rodgers. Looking sideline, incomplete. So we've reached halftime here in a low-scoring affair. 6-0 is our score. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. Throwing again on second down. Wilson, flush to his right. Oh, now he'll try and chuck it deep left side. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind, and we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 23 yards, the final tally.
First down, Packers.
To throw is Rodgers. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. That catch good for only a couple.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up first and goal. We often give credit to the O-line there. 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, and that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of...
And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay.
Green Bay.
Aaron Jones. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Packers have drawn even here with the extra point to come. Now the extra point try forthcoming. The rain making this treacherous, but the extra point is good, and with it, it'll give them the lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. Operating from the gun, Wilson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Here's Carson. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd.
On 2nd and 12, Wilson.
A quick target here, complete to Metcalf.
And now off to the races, down the right side. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. DK Metcalf. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Seahawks are going to retake the lead. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. Wilson now. From the gun, he'll throw. And that is caught for the 2 points. And the formula there on the 2-point try, they go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch for the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. The throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score.
He's got a man, complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. What a play that turns out to be, 36 yards. Now a play fake, Rodgers. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and ended up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. That is incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. Looking deep for Adams. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. It was Trey Flowers that time who got a hand in and broke it up.
But the passing windows are just not there, and that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 20-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
From the gun, Wilson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Chris Carson, his second touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead.
I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
At the 29-yard line.
Escaping the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. And some room to maneuver. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. What can't Aaron Rodgers do? The legwork there getting him to first. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Packers who have the football, but in need of points as we begin quarter number 4. On first down, Rodgers. Looking left sideline, incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you had. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. On play action, now Rodgers. And this is incomplete.
I'm not even sure I know who this guy is out there playing right now. This is very unlike him, one of the most accurate guys in the league. Totally off his game right now.
I don't know. I was going to ask you what you pin it on, but defensively, they've been pretty solid.
Well, sometimes, you know, those defenders, they get into the receivers pretty well, and if they chip away at their timing, it's going to affect what you're doing throwing the ball as well.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. O'Shane Ximines able to get him down for a loss of 11. And it brings up 4th down. The Packers go for it. Rodgers. And Rodgers intercepted a third time. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here.
complete.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
An ideal spot here to get a first down and try to run some more clock, and this is second and less than a yard. They run it with Carson, and he's got this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Packers' 41. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Now it's Carson. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down. They go play action now. Wilson going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And he is all the way up past the 25. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out.
First down.
On play action, it's Rodgers. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. From midfield, here's Rodgers. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Rodgers going to try and throw on third down. He's got Adams on the hookup. And he is going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Rodgers finding Adams for a Packer first.
Green Bay.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Rodgers. Throw left side complete. It's Roth. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 22 yards there, a first down.
First down.
This is Jones. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
Aaron Jones.
Tackle coming from the safety, Trey Flowers.
On the stop.
2nd and 5 now. Rodgers caught on the right side by Jones. And the ball is out. Jones got hit and lost it. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And now look at him go. The 30. 10. And they bring this one back. It's a fumble recovery and a Seattle touchdown.
Seahawks.
The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. That's what they've done all game long.
So now a 2-point conversion attempt coming for Wilson and the Seahawks. It'll be Carson. They run for it. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
26. Packers 7.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Packers take over 1st and 10. at their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. The interception was a good starting point, but still a huge hill to climb with his 3-score deficit. And and the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury.
And the pressure gets to him again. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Rodgers now on first down. Now look out, Rodgers lost the football, and the Seahawks have picked it up. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. On first down, it's Carson, and they'll get him down right about the 20.
The handoff to Chris.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
The tackle.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set him up.
Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
They'll run the screen with Carson. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be second and goal.
At the Packers' 12-yard line.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
A 2-yard pickup brings up third and goal. Today's final score, Seahawks.
So the victory here for Seattle, and they were really helped by their defense forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for the Seahawks, they're into the win column now as they move to 1-2 on the young season. And they'll get to stay home again next week as the Pittsburgh Steelers come to town. Meanwhile, for the Packers, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3.
And they will be back home next week for a date with Washington.
So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.